Good morning and welcome to Walter Sisulu University. My name is Nolene Maolana Sango, and it is an absolute honor and a privilege to be standing today here as the program director for the first female Vice-Chancellor inauguration of Walter Sisulu University. That is Professor Rushiella Nolundi songca. Walter Sisulu University boasts 31,000 students with 5 regions across the province, making it one of the biggest universities in the Eastern Cape. Today, we are honoring a giant, the first female Vice-Chancellor of WSU. The procession accompanying Professor Songca is made up of former VC Professor Wiseman Kuhlu, founding Dean of this university's Health Sciences, Professor Marina Nolwandle. The university has been boasting with the fine alumni that includes Advocate Tsebeza, Justice Madlanga, who is here today, and coincidentally, its chairperson of council, its alumnus, Advocate Tembeka Ngukaitobi.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as Chancellor of Walter Sisulu University, I declare this congregation open for the inauguration and investiture of the Vice-Chancellor and Principal of Walter Sisulu University.
Professor Rushiella Nolundi songca is the Vice-Chancellor and Principal of Walter Sisulu University from 1 April 2021. Actually, those of us who know the story, we know she was there for 2 months before. From October 2019 until she was appointed VC in April 2021, Professor Songca held the position of Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academic Affairs and Research. From June 2012 to July 2017, she was the Dean of the College of Law at UNISA. So she's a lawyer. So if there are students here, try and study LLB. And was the Deputy Dean in the same college. Her experience as an academic spans almost 3 decades, and she has worked in various academic institutions, except for the 6 months during 2008, when she worked as the Director for International Relations and Trade in the Policy Coordination and Advisory Services at the Presidency. Who was the president then? Professor Songca's academic life started at the then University of Transkei, which is now Walter Sisulu University, University of Durban Westfield, which is now part of the University of KwaZulu-Natal, University of the North, now known as the University of Limpopo. Professor Songca progressively held positions of associate professor and then professor. She obtained the degrees of BA Law from the University of Lesotho, LLB, and a Master of Laws from the University of Natal, and another LLM from Georgetown Law Center in the United States of America. She obtained an LLD from the University of Pretoria, specializing in children's rights in 2003. Professor Songca is an admitted advocate of the High Court of South Africa. She completed a leadership and management program in higher education at Warwick University in the United Kingdom. Professor Songca's research interests are multidisciplinary, encompassing law, humanities, and social sciences. She has supervised master's and doctoral students to completion. Some have further pursued their postgraduate studies, and others have become academics. Professor Songca is an established C-rated researcher. She has received many awards, including recognition for her contribution to legal education and profession. Professor Songca is a founding member and member of the editorial board of the International Journal of African Renaissance Studies, and a founding member of the Journal of Law, Society, and Development. Professor Songca was a guest editor for the Agenda Empowering Women for Equity, Land, Violence, and Women's Bodies, A Luta Continua, Victoria, etc., in the 2018 32 Volume 4 edition, and served as a reviewer for the NRF and other journals locally and internationally. Professor Songca's understanding of the South African legal system is indeed notable. She has made submissions to the South African Law Reform Commission and wrote or co-wrote technical reports for, among others, the Parliament of South Africa, the Public Protector, and the Human Rights Commission, and the House of Traditional Leaders. Thank you.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, may you not only survive as our Vice-Chancellor, but may you thrive. May you lead the institution with passion. May you show compassion to our students. And you will definitely need humor and style to do that. May the great spirits of Mbuya Nehanda, Queen Zinga, Mantantis, Nkabayi Kajama be with you in the journey, Babe Sisibani. Thank you very much.
You are the first female Vice-Chancellor at the helm of this great institution. Second, you join a handful of very few female Vice-Chancellors in the country, only 6 out of 26 universities, which is a mere 23%. I've deliberately sketched this picture to illustrate the point that the position of Vice-Chancellor is a position of honor and privilege. It is, as intimated earlier, a position of great responsibility. Your inauguration today sends a powerful message to that young woman in the outskirts of our towns, in the villages of our rural settings, in the dusty streets of our townships, in the impoverished ghettos of our country, that it is possible.
We are supporting the radical upgrading of educational qualifications and the research profile of WSU. We fully support your leadership, Prophet Babs. But our support is not just a blank check. Our support is based on the following program. 1, improvement of university research output. 2, the improvement of the working conditions of workers. We are raising those programs, Prof, as fundamental programs. One of our founding pillars is militancy in fighting for working class and the poor. We are raising this, Prof, because we are going to engage you and your management. But where we need to fight, we are going to fight up to no decimal point, Prof. We are going to fight up to no decimal point.
As we also identify our institution as an African institution, what are the pillars of Africanism? Because we need to define the context so that at a broader picture we have a greater understanding of what we mean when we speak of African university. We don't want to experience a situation of a democratic apartheid. Democratic apartheid is a platform whereby in your expression you are sanctioned because what I'm saying does not agree with what you are saying. What we want to create is a platform of active participation so that at the end of the day we are able to create a platform that is constituted by care, ubuntu, and love. We don't want to experience an institution. We've been there before, remember. We don't want to create an institution that is only regarded as a workplace environment. What we want to see is a sense of belonging to each and every stakeholder that forms part of the institution.
Robert Sobukwe, the founding leader of the Pan-Africanist Congress, provides perhaps the most condensed, and comprehensive definition and description of leadership. I would like now to quote him for you, and maybe I would like you to take this quote, Vice-Chancellor, and keep it in your room, because I think this is probably one of the best quotations that could be made yet. True leadership, Robert Sobukwe says, demands total and complete subjugation of self, absolute honesty, uprightness of character, integrity, fearlessness, and above all, a consuming love for one's people. In this institution, Madam Vice-Chancellor, honesty will be the most important thing. Honesty with all structures, all stakeholders. Nothing has beat this institution in the past than lies of vice-chancellors, and I'm sorry to say that, but we have to speak the truth before we die. And so you have the responsibility to be as sincere as possible to the people that you lead, because people have been lied to, especially students and workers, for Lord knows how long. It will be vital not to make promises you cannot keep. When certain decisions need taking, take them. Have courage to do so. Be the VC of your word. That will earn you our trust. If you change your word every time, we cannot trust you, and nobody should.
You know, we have experienced just within a very short space of time a lot of things that have happened. And we were even saying to ourselves, where have you been? We are so grateful that, as some of you have already indicated, previous speakers, that we have new policies that have been developed within a very short space. I need to indicate that Professor Songca is a present leader. She is present. She knows what we are doing. She is involved in whatever that we do. And I think the fact that we have actually received an accreditation report which says other universities in South Africa, other universities in the world should come and benchmark our program in the health sciences, then you should know we're getting somewhere. Rina, as WSU, rectors of all the 4 campuses, we are saying we are rallying behind you, we support your vision. Your progress is our own, and your progress is the progress of the country. It is the progress of the child there in the rural villages. On that note, we want to thank you and we want to congratulate you. We want to say to you, we pray that God will continue to give you wisdom and keep you humble, because you are a humble leader. And you know, sometimes I get concerned when I send her a WhatsApp message very late in the night to say, hey, what am I doing to her? I'm sure she won't even sleep. And before you know it, she responds to my WhatsApp messages. What kind of a leader? How many leaders of that caliber do you get in this country? So I want to say to you, unions, matswalo fasi, kasitswana. Relax. SRC, relax. You are in good hands, and she will lead us to greater heights. Watch this space. WSU will be one of the best universities in this country. Thank you.
During your short time at Walter Sisulu University, you have led in crafting of Vision 2030, an impactful technology-infused African university, the new strategic vision of the university. The vision urges us as custodians of the academic project of Walter Sisulu University to work diligently to address societal challenges identified by producing relevant, innovative, and impactful research and graduating versatile individuals. While you have been exceptionally diligent in driving the academic project, you have been equally alert to issues the higher education is grappling with. For example, institutional transformation by empowering women in different spheres of the university. Your stance against the scourge of gender-based violence and the focus on disability, which is evidenced by the hosting of this program in your office, it is also noted. Such concerted efforts are commendable and really appreciated by the staff. Madam Vice-Chancellor, the Deans of Walter Sisulu University are committing today to support you in pursuit of excellence as part of our vision. 2030. Once more, on behalf of the university, academic community, let me extend a warm welcome to you, Madam Vice-Chancellor, and wish you well as you reposition the university around the identified pillars of the strategy. We have heard your footsteps, and ours is to implement your strategic vision. May God richly bless you. May the living spirit of our namesake, Tata Walter Sisulu, protect you and guide you. EsiXhoseni sithi amaqobokazana ngalala endleleni kunyembelekile. Makube Xosi kubele. Thank you.
Waqhubeka wathi ukuba maze sifunde nakwezo zimbi oluzenzileyo utshaba ukuze singaziphindi. Kunamhla sixakene neengxaki ezingamawele amathathu: intswelo-ngqesho, ubuhlwempu nokungalingani. Imfundo sisona sixhobo esisipha amandla okuzongamela ezo ngxaki. Nditsho kanye ngoku loo mawele awugubungele umzontsundu, inxalenye yawo ifunde injalo. Phakathi konobangela koku kukuba imfundo yethu ayihambelani nezidingo zamaziko oqoqosho. Iimarika zemisebenzi zidinga izakhono ezingafumanekiyo kumaziko ethu emfundo. Imfundo ekhoyo iqeqesha abafundi abaza kuhamba becela umsebenzi, hayi abenzi bemisebenzi. IWalter Sisulu University le isemaphandleni ikakhulu, ngokuma kwezakhiwo zayo nangabafundi bayo. Ikummandla onemihlaba ekwaziyo ukuba ichume ngokwaneleyo ukuba ingavelisa ukudla okunokondla bonke abemi beliphondo imi kulo, kanti noMzantsi Afrika wonke. Imihlaba yamasimi ilele, ayilinywa, ayivelisi kudla. Urhulumente wethu endikuye, oxhaswa ngakumbi ngabantu abantsundu, abanamakhonkco noonolali, ugula sisifo sokulinganisa belungu xa kufuneka aphakamise uqoqosho nophuhliso lwabantu bakuthi. Lo mzi namhlanje uphethwe ngabafazi ababini, ingqonyela engumolokazana kaXhamela unkosikazi Rushiella Sisulu kunye nesekela ngqonyela inqununu uNjingalwazi Nolundi songca. Inhlangano enjalo ingoyiswa ngubani? Sikunqanela amandla, amathamsanqa neentsikelelo zamanyanga kokwenu, ntombi yakwasongca. Camakho.
Of course, Madam Vice-Chancellor is leading a university that comes from a province that has got no platinums and minerals and gold. But it has got only you people as its own minerals and gold. Trying to bring the point home, since 1994, she is one of the 14 vice-chancellors that this province has ever produced. People who are born here. Currently, there are 5 of them. And out of the 5, 4 are women. And guess what? And guess what? 3 of them have studied here. Of course, her speech, therefore, is befitting to say it is a speech of hope. And out of the 3 who studied here, 2 of them, in fact, 3 of them are here, Professor Buhlungu and Professor Mthatha.
I should say that we will walk the path together with you, that you have our support, and we know we also have your support. Your troubles are our troubles. Program Director, I will venture an opinion here which will provoke some discussion. The job of a Vice-Chancellor is probably one of the most difficult ones to date. One of the most difficult ones. Some would even say it's a thankless task. Because some of the things that you do don't get seen by the public. They don't get seen even by the local stakeholders, the internal things. There's a lot of brick by brick kind of institution building work. And I know you know that. And I know you, as people have said here, attesting to your abilities and your skill. And so it gives us pleasure as VCs here to say congratulations and all the best to you. Thank you very much.
And now we have a female black Vice-Chancellor who is going to take over and pull the reins. For me, this is an enormous task that she's accepted, but I'm very proud that, first of all, I even know her parents themselves. I was with them at Fort Hare in the early 50s, but now Professor Songca is advanced to come to this stage. This is the year of Charlotte Maxeke, whereby she finished 150 years after what she did to liberate our people. I started the medical faculty in a job which everybody thought was mission impossible. And this faculty is recognized by universities now which are outside South Africa and in South Africa. The first professor of the faculty was Professor Zamakulungisa, who now has been appointed as head of Department of Neurology at the University of Pretoria. But just to show that women are progressing and coming up. So Professor Songca, you've done us proud by accepting this post, and I hope that you will know that as long as I live, I will always be behind you and supporting and give my backing to the Walter Sisulu University and all its activities.
On behalf of the Eastern Cape Provincial Government and the people of our province, it is my singular honor to not only be among the privileged few who are here today, but also to take part in this historic occasion in the life of Walter Sisulu University. Today we are here to witness a sacred ceremony as Walter Sisulu University inaugurates its Vice-Chancellor and the Principal, whom the executive custodianship of an institution, heritage, legacy and administrative oversight are vested. This occasion is the peak of a tradition long honored by knowledge-seeking communities since time immemorial. It takes a village to build a person, and as government we are available to collaborate with university management to find solutions to challenges facing our student population. Prof Songca, sikhona singurhulumente wephondo, sizosebenzisana nawe ukuze uphumelele kulo msebenzi unikweyo kule university ebaluleke kangaka. Good. Congratulations, Vice-Chancellor, and all the best in your tenure as the principal of this important university in our province and the country. Mazenatol.
I congratulate you, Professor, today as a sister in the struggle. What you are achieving today is, of course, important to you as a person, as it is important for us as an institution here. It is even more important that you stand here today as a symbol for all of us, a breakthrough personified, a model that embodies the struggles, the aspirations, the hopes, and the possibilities of all of us women. Every girl, every young woman, every female student strides in your present today, revels in your achievement, bristles with the possibility of a tomorrow whose doors you have just opened for all of them. It would be the norm that women can be anything they aspire to be, and what's more, the world will be better for it, because when women put their mind to it, they succeed. My apologies, better than men. You've proved everybody in this country right or wrong, depending on where they stand. But I'm very proud that all the women who came up here spoke so well of you. So well of you. Please keep it up. On behalf of the Mangosuthu University of Technology, go on and make all of us proud as we are of you.
I thank you all.
Madam Chancellor, allow me to take this opportunity to congratulate Professor Songca on her appointment as Vice-Chancellor and Principal of Walter Sisulu University. Professor Songca is a renowned scholar of law and a respected children's rights activist. She brings significant experience in the higher education sector as an academic and as a leader, having served in leadership positions in other universities, including being the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of this university. I believe that the Walter Sisulu University Council has made the right decision in appointing a person of your caliber, Professor Songca, as Vice-Chancellor to lead and steer this institution in the right direction, especially during these challenging times in the life of our country and our universities. Recently, I was pleased to address you as part of the 35th birthday celebrations of the Walter Sisulu University Health Sciences faculty. I want to indicate that my department will continue to support the School of Health Sciences in its pursuit of excellence and meeting the country's health needs. Walter Sisulu, a great leader of the South African people, believed that, I quote, "The people are our strength," unquote. And it is right that a university named after him recognizes the importance of higher education for the empowerment of its students and staff and the development of our country. Professor Songca, your management team, and the entire institution, I wish you all the strength, wisdom, and good wishes, especially for your term as Vice-Chancellor of this university, and look forward to your leadership of WSU management team and to continue strengthening this important institution and implementing the university's vision for the future. All the best to you, and I thank you.
We are honored to be associated with this institution and to be part of this moment in history. As alumni, we are very proud that our university is at the forefront of transforming the academic landscape. That a woman should ascend to the pinnacle of a science and technology institution is revolutionary in itself. We have decried the fact that only 15% of vice-chancellors are women, and this will take the number up a little. As South Africans, we need a lot more female vice-chancellors. Professor Songca will have the daunting task of leading the university's new strategic plan, Vision 2030. But we are more than confident that she's up to the task. After all, she has spent over the past 10 years serving in an executive level in this university. During this time, she has been in the forefront of our transformation agenda, silently persuading and leading by example. Once more, we'd like to congratulate you, Professor Songca, and wish you all the best on your journey. We have no doubt that you will lead this institution to greater heights. Be rest assured that in us, you and the university have allies whom you can rely on for support.
This is a matter of great assurance and therefore comfort that we have as Vice-Chancellor and Principal of WSU, Professor Songca, whom we trust to lead the university to that place of exceptionality. Once again, I congratulate you, Professor Rushiella Nolundi Songca, on your election as Vice-Chancellor and Principal of Walter Sisulu University, and wish you all the success in the important but fulfilling work ahead of you. And thank you very much.
it's now time for me to hand over to the university to do the important work of inauguration. Thank you very much from me, Nolene Maolo-Nasanga.
Thank you. It now falls upon me to perform the primary function of the day. Professor Songca, Madam Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of Walter Sisulu University, I now inaugurate you into the office of Vice-Chancellor and Principal, and I invest you with the authority, with rights, and with privileges of this office. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor, it is my great privilege, and it is indeed a wonderful achievement that I introduce you to our new Vice-Chancellor and Principal, Professor Rushiella Nolundi Songca.
Ngemihlubhungani inkosi yamahlubi lisenza imvula ibingakwazi ukuthubeleza ifike elwandle ibithuma amathusa ayiphathela intaka ayiphathela ulwandle ukuze ngalo ifumbathe izimba lakuntula izimba yehla imvula mayehleke kuba kaloku imbali iziphindile namhla kokwethu siyagunqa namhla kokwethu siyadinditha namhla kokwethu siyateya ngoba kaloku uphinde wasikhumbula umdali wehlisa phakathi kwethu onjengaba bekhona kwasekudaleni yimake kuba kaloku kunamhlanje nje iyakunginela intaba ebango iyavuma kaloku kwinduli kaNozagobe liyagunqa iquthuba lakulo Sisulu kuba kaloku namhlali wongiwe yimake nkosazana wolula izandla ufumbathe nina ke abanikwe amagunya uthi mandithi kuni engumthubi ayisilekwa kuba yakusikelwa kwawusilekwa kwakufithole zenivumeleke incancise kuba ngomso kuyakuphuma inkunzi ezinombala eziya kuzalisa ilizwe lakokwethu ngenkomo zohlobo sendishilo.
In conclusion, I am humbled by the opportunity you have entrusted in me to lead our WSU. Thank you all for your faith and collegiality you have demonstrated in your interactions with me. I remain encouraged by the opportunities I have seen for us all as we walk this journey together. I hope that we will all dare to explore, be genuine with one another, and practice care and trust and patience along the road. We owe it to each other to create a better world and a brighter future for all. In the words of Michelle Obama, and I quote, "You may not always have a comfortable life, and you will not always be able to solve all the world's problems at once. But don't ever underestimate the importance you have, because history has shown that courage can be contagious and hope can take on a life of its own. And I close quote. Thus, I implore you all to live with hope, act with courage, work with care, and have trust and respect for one another, and have confidence in the future we create together as one WSU. Allow me, please, to thank my family and my friends and you all, and acknowledge those who are here today and those watching the ceremony virtually, and I thank you all.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as Chancellor of Walter Sisulu University, I hereby dissolve the Congregation of Walter Sisulu University.